Morning, everybody, and as always, thank you for listening to TABTA and for the Seventh Valkyrie series. You guys, the listeners, and special double, triple, ultra thanks to all of our fans in the Heroes of Edera who are supporting us over on Patreon. Thank you guys to all of you. Without you, this adventure behind the adventure is a little less boring, and we've just kind of got the original adventure. So glad to be able to share this with you guys, and hoping you guys are having a great week. Let's rock it and let's launch and see what's coming up in February. Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's the night after the Grammys. I think Taylor took home the big album of the year. She's crushing it. And a lot of incredibly talented people got up there and performed ridiculously amazing songs. I hadn't watched a award show in a while because they always seemed to be missing something. Jay-Z actually pointed out, or had a great point last night that he made. He was like, some of y'all might feel like you get robbed when you go home. Like, some of y'all may have been robbed, and meanwhile, some people don't even deserve to be in a category. He's like, but people are going to win. And, that's how this system works. And it was funny because they kept kind of Beyonce, who, has had some moments where people felt she was been robbed. So it after a while, or at a certain point, it felt like culture kind of grew beyond like these award shows where, there's so many interesting things out there that it feels kind of like the industry patting itself on the back sometimes, because there's so much independent stuff happening out there. It's, it doesn't, something being truly successful doesn't depend on winning a Grammy, although it is a really good measure of success. So it was always interesting because it felt like, kind of culture had gotten so spread out and segmented that the idea of an award show, picked by an academy of people, it just doesn't always feel like it quite captures something. And so I kind of stopped watching for a while. But they are fun. It is nice to have, at least watching all these global stars and these incredibly talented people in the industry and recognizing the hard work that they've done. And so it was fun to watch. It was fun to, I was doing my little stretches and, trying to play some FIFA on the Switch in the background, but God, that's a disaster. But no, it was cool to watch, and I always find it super inspiring as an artist to see the people who have made it to the absolute pinnacle of their art form and the people who continue year after year to rise up towards that. And I don't know, I just found it really interesting and I always find it inspiring to see these incredible global talents, these multifaceted artists. And you as a young kid, you always dream of being like that. You dream of being up there. You dream of being considered one of the greats. When I was young, I always dreamed, I looked up at sports players. Deuce McAllister was my first idol. He was a running back for the Saints back when we weren't good. And then as the years go on, it's like you kind of you still see and you still dream of one day, being up there on an award show or being acknowledged as one of the greats. I watch sports and I see these people who are, have taken, their craft to the absolute peak level. And it's really cool to see that. It was, there were times in my life where seeing that level of success actually made me super insecure, but now I kind of just use it to drive me forward and, say, hey, maybe I'll take that inspiration. I'll take that example set by these incredible artists before me and continue to walk in that direction. And, I remember as a kid, I always dreamed that one day I would deserve to leave my mark amongst the greats. And I've wandered a long path since then. I don't, what greatness means today is different than it used to be. and obviously truly transcendental people, like, for example, Taylor Swift, who, despite the fact that the world has gotten more and more segmented, more and more, we have so many more options, so many more distractions, so much else going on. You have this person who is, not a monolith, but like a force of modern culture. And it's really cool to see a person like that. I don't know. So, today on the it's sort of waxing lyrical about the Grammys and about awards and about what it means to truly strive for greatness and what that has to take and what that has to sacrifice and what that means for all of us. I don't know. I sometimes I meditate on it. Sometimes I use this podcast as a space to meditate on it. And really, it's the search of greatness, even if it's not, or at least for me, what it comes down to is like dreaming of being great and knowing that even if you don't even if the Seventh Valkyrie doesn't take off, even if, I come to the end of this 5-year, 6-year, 7-year journey that I'm starting now, which has been going on for 10 years already, and it hasn't resonated with people, I don't know what I'll do if that's true. Right now, we've got a small little community growing, and every person that you guys share it with adds to that little slow build of good collective communal energy. And who knows if one day that snowballs into something great, or if it takes years, or if it never even catches on. This could be an afternote. It could be a footnote. That's why I say at the beginning, welcome to TABTA, the adventure behind the adventure, where we go from total obscurity to maybe 7 seasons in a movie. It's a dream. It's a dream that I'm chasing, and you guys are all here with it, with me for it. So anyway, lots to think about. I'll leave you guys with this. One time, when I was younger, I felt like if I hadn't become world famous by the time I died, I would have failed. I think I'm a little bit more intelligent now. I'm a little bit more thoughtful about how things go, about how about what really matters in life. I've built friendships and businesses and a community and found love and found people who I truly care about. And those are the things that really matter. And now I'm kind of setting off on this journey with you guys, kind of setting off towards, for lack of a better word, towards greatness. And I don't know if I'm, no one's destined for it. No one, and at a lot of times it just comes down to a roll of the dice. But it is interesting and fun to me getting to share that pursuit of greatness with you guys. And that really is what it is. It's a chase. It's a dream. It's setting out for a goal. And when I was younger, I loved the fact that I had a goal I could chase my entire life, because it felt like it would never end. And that's always the problem with stories, is that they ended. And now it's funny because at the end of all that, I've found the ending for Seventh Valkyrie. I have a defined series, and I'm going to start running. But I'm glad to be able to share that with you guys. It's an emotional journey for me. It's an emotional thing to try to just put all you have into something and say, hey, let's see where it ends. And, the pursuit of greatness is in and of itself an enjoyable task. It's an enjoyable journey. And whether greatness looks like a series complete and people who, and a handful of people who really enjoyed it, or whether it looks like something more, the point is to be chasing, and to believe, at least for me, that you deserve to have your name put up in lights, and you deserve to have that level of success. Because even if you don't, feeling like you can, what you're doing truly matters. At least for me, that process is huge. To feeling like you really do have something to give the world. It's like, otherwise it would just be a waste of time. So anyway, I wouldn't have given this 12 years of my life if it hadn't been something I thought could be good and could be helpful, and could be something that I could share with all you guys. So anyway, this has been a little bit of a thoughtful meditation on greatness and success. This is the adventure behind the adventure. It's got a lot of little moments like this of wondering, asking over and over and over again, is this still what I want to do? Is this still the dream that I'm chasing? Is this still the joy that I seek? And what will happen if I don't find it? And those are important questions. But for now, got food in my belly, got a family that loves me, got loved ones around me, a damn good community, got a cat that's cute, and I've got a small group of people that I can look at and in an amalgam through the stats, but and just say, hey, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, at least you guys are listening a little bit and paying attention, and you're here with me. So, not to say that I'm no great God-given talent. It's been I'm no chosen one for the writing industry, but I do believe one day this can be a great series, and I hope that you guys are there to see it. And if it's not, then hey, at least I went down swinging for the stars or whatever, swinging for the fences. Anyway, love you guys. It's been a fun little piece of my own heart to share with you guys, and I'll keep you all posted.